Hi everyone, I wanted to make this video because I know it's a video that will benefit a lot of people. So I'm going to be giving examples of different kinds of ways to make money as a food blogger or a food influencer. These are different ideas that I've used myself and I know that can work and will work if you put your mind to it. And a lot of them are not necessarily the stereotypical ways to make money. But point number one is to have a local business. It could be from home as long as you've got a food hygiene or a food safety qualification. You'll be able to make your own products such as cakes or cookies, and you can sell them in boxes. You can get the boxes from eBay. You can buy them in bulk. If possible, this would be a great starting point because financially you don't need a lot of support, you don't need a lot of money to start something like this. Ingredients cost next to nothing and you can make a lot from it providing you're selling quality products. My next point is sponsorships and ambassadorships. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, how am I supposed to get a sponsorship? But sometimes it's more about how you approach companies and who you're approaching. So if you don't have a large following, because I definitely don't, you can reach out to the companies via email, via DM, and you can contact them and come to some kind of an arrangement, or even still just ask if they're looking for someone to become an ambassador and so on. A lot of the time, small businesses and companies have no idea where to get the extra funding from to support their marketing, and if you offer them a reasonable deal to become an ambassador, to become someone to represent them, this might work in your favor as well as theirs. So you'll be getting a small payment, but like I said, you have to start from somewhere. You can't just expect huge sponsorships and big brand deals when you've just started yourself. So this is a great way to gain experience as well. If you find it a little bit difficult reaching out to other people, you can allow them to reach out to you through other websites such as Upworks, People Per Hour. There's so many opportunities online and so many different websites where you can offer a service and people message you. Sometimes the websites do take small commission, but at the end of the day, you are still making more money. Make sure you have good descriptions, very informative. You need to have a price list set up for whatever it is you want to do. So whether you're selling, I don't know, a photograph, a recipe, I'll explain about that more in another point, but you need to be informative so that people understand what you are doing and how your service is good to them. So the whole idea of this point is to make sure that you're accessible. People need to be able to contact you and, send inquiries and stuff like that. And sometimes when people find you on these websites, they then ask you to do other jobs that they think that you're capable of doing. So this opens the doors for many other opportunities. Brings me on to my next point, recipe development and content creation. Like I said, so if you're creating something for a company, they're going to accept it for a payment or for a product, however you like to go about it. In the beginning, I definitely accepted products rather than payment. And to be honest, sometimes I still do, because if I genuinely am passionate and like their products, then I will happily create a recipe or some content for their company to use for free so that I can then have their products in exchange, because it's continuous. I then have a continuous relationship with them. But in other situations where they're a little bit more specific with the content creation, for example, photographs, they might specify that I have to use a heat gun, if it's chocolate, etc. Then that's when I ask for payment. So you just need to take into consideration what you have to do and then decide, do I want payment or would I like a product from their company? But this is actually the way that I make the most of my money from recipe development. There are different types of diets out there at the moment, such as a ketogenic diet, where people want to know, how can I have delicious meals and continue to stay on this diet, because sometimes it is very difficult. People are creating books and all sorts, and they need someone to come up with creative ideas. For example, their websites, their Instagram page, their blogging page. There's just so many different ways that people could use your content and require that service. Okay, so here's my last point, and it's about ebooks. Ebooks are amazing. They require a lot of effort, of course, but not in comparison to actually creating a book. Actually creating a book and funding the resources and the people involved is just too difficult, especially when you're starting out. It's a great idea to do an ebook because, you know, they're not expensive, people can afford them. A lot of people in time will purchase the book and it will become like a passive income. Let me know if you found this video informative. If so, I'll continue to create different videos like this and kind of like let you guys into some secrets, because I feel like people are not necessarily creative and they need a little bit of a push, but there's so many different ways you can make money online if you really work hard for it. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at CypressBait and subscribe to my channel. If you really liked this video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Bye guys.